Marcus, the Goliath chieftain of the village, gave you a small sigil and told you to head towards Elturel. You all quickly left, leaving the burning city behind, and headed towards the closest city. I have a question. In the distance, some of you may have passed it on the way into Alaros. There's an outpost. What was the name of that outpost?
I do not recall.
This isn't something that you should recall. This is something that you should make up. I'm asking the group to make a place in the game that is nearby Alaris. An outpost that will have been there for you. That's name will have been.
Outpost High Moon? I don't know.
I don't know. Honestly, if it's a smaller town, they'd probably just be like it's the southern outpost or eastern outpost.
Honestly, I agree with that. That's fair. I would probably say
Eastern
south.
Outpost.
Yeah, Eastern Outpost.
Okay. You guys passed through the forest, finding a few things as you went towards Alaris, or towards Elturel. Got into the city without any issues from the guards. Finding an inn, you guys stayed the night and were given a small missive to go clear out some goblins. When you returned, you came back with a cart that was quickly swept through the gate outpost and not checked. You took it back to the inn, parked it outside, and we are now inside that tavern that night as it begins to rain.
So I'm imagining Kivix is back in the tavern at that point.
Yeah,
Just get her scurried.
so, yeah, you guys probably haven't seen Kivix for a good amount of time, so you're like, hey, it's this guy.
What were you doing?
Out of game. That was just the day I hadn't been here, and Kaiser had basically said that I went to
I
go do
understand that.
something.
What
So
was Kivix doing?
So the way I flavored it. Oh, go ahead.
my honest assumption would be that Kivix would have gone to the guy that hired us, because Kivix has that guy that he's after. Just to clarify a few more details. That's about it. Maybe just check the city out.
Okay. Need to know more about.
Yeah. When you had messaged me that stuff, like, hey, can you give me some deets about this? I was kind of like, no. Just because Kaiser hadn't mentioned what was going on, so I can
my fault.
I can shoot you some stuff in a bit.
Yeah. Do that. So I understand what's going on. And it was my understanding that everyone was level 4.
Yes.
I did not do that. So let's see.
Again.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. You're on your sheet. I'm like,
Playing on hard mode now, boys.
Again,
Yep.
on me. Sorry.
Let's see. It's been a while since I've actually used Roll20 for this, so how do I level from this?
Character Mancer's usually
God.
easiest.
Character Mancer?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's you click the gear icon at the top tabs of your character sheet.
Hmm.
and they'll be down at the bottom of that page. It says launch level plus character mancer. If you're doing any kind of like homebrew stuff, you'll have to put that in yourself.
Yeah, manually enter.
Character mancer. Levels. Right, +1. Let's roll.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Level 4. Hit points. Blah, 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 blah. ACI. Where do I put that in? Oh, there it is. All right.
You also say ACI, even though it's not right. I say it all the time, man. Sounds better.
What
So you went back to the Hero Guild as Kivix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Roll20 sucks for feats. Hold on.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
Let me pull up 5e tools.
Guinness, you're still writing all this down in the Google Doc.
Mhm.
As we go. Okay, because I'm gonna watch as you do. So that way I get some ideas.
Mhm.
Fucking piece of shit. Fucking Roll20 head ass.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't work that way. Yeah, Zork, I forgot to mention. I found a program that works just like plutonium, but for Roll20.
It's nuclear?
Yes. It can be.
Yeah, it basically is. It takes all the hard work out of being a DM.
But that's the best part.
I mean,
No, I mean, as far as using Roll20 to run your games, like, you can just reach in and grab whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, I can do stuff like this too.
I'm not going to be doing that because
Thank
I don't
you.
know how.
It's just fun for me, okay? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm easily entertained. Bless you.
Easily entertained by the dead.
I'm not
attention span
sneezing.
of a weasel.
Now look.
No, you now look.
Did you just call me a weasel?
No, you're worse than a weasel.
A ferret.
I like ferrets. Fuck you.
Oh.
Ferrets are cute, but they smell.
Yeah,
Real
that's
bad.
you.
Yeah, they
In their assholes.
They can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had more than.
They also like
couple.
cuddling, though.
Yes, they do. I found out the hard way my ferret likes squeaky toys when he bit through my finger to get to it.
Oh god, I don't remember what,
Alright. So while you're doing that,
yeah.
and I'll
Go
wait to
ahead.
recap what happened at the Heroes Guild. At the Dwarven Pot Inn, who all is still downstairs with the innkeeper?
I would imagine basically the party from last session. Darren
I'm asking
Glad.
the players, not you.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
I'm asking players where their characters are.
Mine would be up in his room.
Okay.
Kivix would probably just be continuing to be nosy as to what, Mankey's character's up to.
Okay.
Neat.
And Daring Glad will be fast asleep at this point.
I think Kivix uses a, the fuck is it called? Great sword, I think, or great axe. So I might just grab Great Weapon Master.
That's great.
But yeah, I need to figure out how to import it from this crap though.
Copy past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The easiest way.
That's what I do with all
So-
my characters.
Well, it says I need to choose a feat, so I'm just gonna leave it on choose and hopefully it doesn't freak out.
It won't let you go forward.
Cool.
Yeah, I had to select just one of them and then edit it in the sheet.
Acolyte.
Well,
Wait, no, that's a background.
the only one I can choose is grappler, so we're just going with grappler.
Hot.
just edit it.
Are you a fighter?
Yes. No, actually, warlock.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I thought you were a caster.
Thanks.
So, as Lay is sitting in his room, listening to the raindrops begin to hit the window as dark clouds move in the evening. One rather important detail about the town of El Terrell is been passed over. At the night, the city glows as if it is day. There is artificial light coming from a sphere in the sky that's white in color that is widely known as the Companion. It drives out undead and I'm pretty sure fiends from the city wherever it touches light. They cannot exist in its light. And it's something that protects the city and has been there for a few hundred years. But this orb casts almost like a moonlight at night, where it illuminates the area for several miles around the town in what is technically considered daylight. So plants grow year round and everything is very green around the town of El Terrell. So you're watching this rain come in and it's night beyond where the light reaches away from El Terrell, but it's cast with this silverish moonlight outside of the town. Which is also backlit from blue lamps in the street that are hung every few hundred feet and are turned on when the natural sun goes down to let everybody know that it's nighttime.
Swanky.
So, you're staring out of your window, listening to the raindrops, looking at all this. Not for the first time, but being described for the first time. What are you doing inside of your room?
I'm going to be looking over the stones that I've gotten from the box from last session.
Okay.
And in fact, let me get my sheet out. Dark mode looks fucking glorious.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Identify. And I'll, burn that slot.
Okay.
I'll choose one of the rocks in the back of my little bag now.
Okay. So you pull out a selection of these gems, and they're fairly long, like shards of quartz, and they're all roughly the same color. And you start to feel them out, reaching out with your magic, and kind of trying to find where it tunes into it. And as you kind of flow the magic into the crystal, it will light up with an intention. So if you go in with electrical energy, it lights up blue. If you go in with fire, it lights up red, and so forth. If you go in with force, it lights up like a purple, and so on through all the elements. But then revert back to their grayish quartz once the magic stops flowing through them.
Very interesting.
Interesting rocks.
Yes.
You've worked with them before. You know them to be tuning crystals for kind of advanced arcanic machinations.
Wonderful.
This isn't going to send me across the room again, is it?
Oh, it should not. At least, I would step back just in case. You never know.
Takes a step back.
Hivix is just there, like he scuttered in somehow.
I'm mostly just like hanging out, like watching what he's doing, because I'm like, I have no idea what he's doing, but this is different. It's not mundane.
That's the thing. Me neither.
You've encountered these kinds of crystals before. Use smaller versions of them to help with the Mark 1 design.
Ah. The classic.
Vintage.
I wonder what mine would be wanting to use these. Oh well. I'm just gonna put the majority up. I'll keep one just kind of fiddling with it with my fingers.
Yeah. How many do you have?
Well, see, our last DM never told me.
So you grabbed like a satchel of these crystals, right?
I looted
Like a
whatever
small
was in the
sack.
box.
Alright.
That's all I know.
So you didn't just take everything out. So you took everything out of it as opposed to just taking a few things.
I took the full contents of the box set that had been described to me.
Okay.
It was a handful.
Then yeah, this box is sitting like in the corner of the room because it's like the easiest way to carry it because it's already in a box and you just reach into the box and there's the whole box is filled with these. There's got to be like 500 of them.
Oh,
There's a lot.
excellent.
And they're all of different like shapes and sizes.
Could build an army with this.
Yeah, you know this to be fairly fucking valuable.
Even better.
But only in the right hands.
Right. Good thing they're in mine.
So Kivix, when you went to the sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just moving.
Alright. Earlier when you went to the Heroes Guild and we're looking around for that guy that originally you had met there that gave you all the small black gem. He can't be found.
Kivixel would probably just like would have walked around, been asking for him. Probably, I'm guessing, just not. Probably just told he's not here.
Yeah. That's about it. You're told that a firing happened a day ago, and a few days before that, a party was sent out northward from El Terrell, just as a chat around the guild.
Very well. Kivix would bow his head to whoever he was talking to and proceed to just head back to the tavern. Maybe just look
Yeah.
around.
That was what happened earlier on when you were off doing your own thing yesterday or whatever. So you have that knowledge. Knocking on the door. The dwarven owner's daughter kind of pokes her head in. Hello?
Kivix just waves.
The stew is ready for the evening. Downstairs if you'd like any.
Just nods. Thank you.
Closes the door and walks down the hallway. You hear her steps disappearing down the staircase.
Shall we go eat?
I suppose. David venturing will require some form of sustenance to replenish.
As you guys come down into the main foyer of the Dwarven Pot Inn, there is always this hearth that is going behind the counter where the innkeeper is, and above it lies a huge copper cauldron that the inn gets its name from. And this evening it's full to the top with a brown, rich-looking liquid, and the smells of fresh herbs waft up as you step out of the room. I mean, it's filling the whole place with the smell. Oh, hello there!
Hello.
Bit of a rain going on. I figured we'd do some beef stew tonight.
See, I'm trying to think of like certain things that Kivix may not have had, like has maybe not had. He's probably had stew though. I'm just trying to think of like he's very socially awkward, so he's just like standing there like, cool.
Stew is probably a very common meal throughout the land.
Yeah.
Vegetables, meat.
He sets down a bowl in front of both of you whenever you sit down, wherever you sit down. There are a few tables away from the bar that he stands behind for exchanging, room keys and money. But there's not many in the way of tables. There's only 2. As well as a few stools.
We'll sit at the bar.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Now I'm trying to think of this though. Being a bug man, is it possible to use a spoon, like, to his mouth?
Does he just have like a proboscis that shoots out and just slurps up?
I mean, I don't think it's quite that, but I have a feeling that he does have mandibles, so he's probably looking at the spoon like this is not going to work. Do we have straws?
What would a straw be in medieval ages?
Probably just a hollow tube of wood, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, that actually doesn't sound bad. Like a bamboo straw or something.
Maybe. Let me see if. Hold on. Let me see if we've got any reeds in the back.
Thank you.
And he's gonna go into the back.
Meanwhile, just using like the spoon to pick up chunks of meat and kind of like dropping it in his mouth.
Outside, the doors and the windows are open here to create a breeze in the afternoon. And you continue to see the rain falling down with the silver blue lit light. But through the rain, you see a figure emerge with a cloak and kind of a flat topped hat with a tall um, top and a wide brim. Think like a witch hat,
Oh.
like Saltspire.
Sigma!
Yeah. Approaches the tavern. He's got a sour look on his face. And he sheds his coat, revealing a purple suit with a badge across his breast that says tax collector.
You said breast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
On seeing him, the daughter kind of shies away and retreats into the back. He stalks up to the counter next to you guys and slaps down a medicine bottle out of his coat and roughly grabs the seat, and he's like, "Where the fuck is this goddamn innkeeper?"
Kivix just kind of like stares at him. I believe he's getting something for me.
Good. I hope he has something for me too. Give me perception checks as he takes a swig from the bottle.
Why is my sheet not being pulled up? There we go.
You have to say please sometimes, it's annoying. Please.
Sven.
Maggie.
Oh. I need to as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it, I do see it.
Okay. Kivix, you see him drink from a medicine bottle, but you're not able to make out the details of anything because he's got his hand covering it. Mankey next to you is a little bit more perceptive and sees the words "see you," and his hand covers the majority of them, and then an LL pops out the bottom. It's a bluish liquid inside of a small medicine flask. The letters are embossed into the glass itself.
CULL, you said?
CU, hand covering, and then the other side is LL.
Would
I rolled
I...
a 7, so I'm not being too perceptive.
So... is there a roll I could do to try to recall the word on it, assuming that I would know this word?
I don't believe you'd know the word.
Okay.
I think you would know the word, the combination of words, but you don't know what it is.
Okay.
So give me a intelligence check, or an intelligence save, and we'll see if you can mad lib the words together. Okay. Yeah. You have a pretty sharp mind and are able to kind of put a few words together as he's drinking it and setting it back down. He's just taking casual sips off of it as if it were some kind of like whiskey. And you're able to kind of like wordle the words together. And you think it says cure-all.
Not feeling sick, are you?
Oh, no. No, no. This is just Preventative medicine.
Fair enough. I'm just going back to my stew.
Kind of like a whiskey.
Right.
He's like looking over at Kivix, and he's like looking at the spoon and looking at him.
Not very effective.
What are at this point? The innkeeper comes back in with
What are
a
you?
small reed. I found it. I found the reed. Look, here you go, Kivix.
Many thank yous.
Oh, oh. Listen, I can pay. I've got lots. I mean, I can get lots of money. He starts off as soon as he sees the tax man sitting next to you in his full uniform.
I'm imagining Kivix is like reaching for the fucking straw, and he immediately starts with this, and Kivix is just like standing there, like, "Can I have the straw?"
I'm hungry, please.
So yeah, he's going into this tirade, holding the reed straw, and the tax man's like, "Enough. You are 3 months late." He pulls out this book from his waist, where it's been tucked into his waistband, and slaps it down on the table, flips it open to a random page that's just filled with names and numbers and accounts, and points back to 3 different places where he's noted that he's been by and only been given half of what is owed. And he's like, this time you owe 2 times the amount that it would normally be.
Can Kivix just glance and see how much he owes? Just out of curiosity.
Sure. Give me another perception. Yeah, so glancing over, you're right next to him. You're able to pick out owed 1,000, paid 500, owed 1,000, paid 500, owed 1,000, paid 500. So he's like 1,500 in the hole for taxes, and then he'll be good for this next upcoming month. So he's asking him for 2.
Right.
And he's on him. Like, the guy is a fucking asshole. And he's like getting all up in his face over the top of the counter about this money, pushing the book at him and pointing at it. And if you don't pay within the next 3 days in full, then I'm afraid, he leans back, we'll just have to take the inn. No, no, please. It's been in me family for generations. I couldn't lose this place. I'll talk to my cousin. He might have the money. Just please don't take the inn. I'll have your money in 3 days. Good, he says, and he chugs the last of the bottle and slaps it down on the table before grabbing his book and whisking out of the door.
Kivix awkwardly still standing there wanting the straw.
So,
He doesn't have his hands out anymore, but he's still just there, and he's like,
Oh, right.
So,
Yeah,
monetary.
sorry.
Thank you. Monetary issues.
Yes.
his daughter did say he was cheap. Makes sense.
I'm cheap for a reason. I don't have any money to give out. They come in and they take more. Taxes used to be just 500.
And the
They
increase.
They've gone up to 1,000 just in the last month. Or 2 months, sorry.
New landlord.
Stricter government. I own the building. I own the land on it. But it's in the city. And everything gets taxed now.
It's a shame how they choose to run that.
It didn't used to be this way. He kinda just shakes his head. Stokes the fire, turning around.
Kivix looks over, whisper, or actually, I don't even have to whisper because telepathy's a thing. Do you think there's any way we would be able to help this man?
Is the telepathy two-way, or do I have to speak?
Two-way.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there is. It's just whether we have the resources and time to waste on it.
Doesn't seem like a bad man.
No one does at first glance.
And Kivix will proceed to ask him, so how do you plan on remedying this situation?
I've got a cousin near the North Gate. He lives in a mansion over there with a few more, well, with my parents. I've got to run in the inn. Do you think you could take a missive over? A letter?
It's a short walk. I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's only a 13-minute walk or so.
I don't mind.
Excellent. I'll draft something up right now. Thank you so much. And he runs back behind the counter again through a door, almost knocking over his daughter, who's coming through with some sliced bread, which she offers to you and offers to toast, if you'd like, with your stew.
Nods.
So she's making toast as the
Imagining
the innkeeper runs back.
Kivix is like putting a cloak on as he's just like using his other hands to just hold the soup and everything and just eating. Many arms, less work.
Efficient.
At this point, Carl and the two goblins come in from outside. He's given them red armbands to distinguish the two goblins from being, you know, just any goblin. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it goes.
Guillotine, yeah.
Fuck.
He walks up and takes his seat over at the table, slapping it a few times. He gets the daughter's attention to bring some stew over for him and the goblins. Well, we got the cart all settled down. Fucking. This Scottish accent's really killing me. We got Carl says he got the cart all settled down and wrapped up for the night. but there was some weirdo watching from a distance as he did that,
A weirdo.
and that yeah, a weirdo in a funny hat.
Oh,
Did he happen to have a purple suit on underneath?
I don't know. He was wearing a cloak.
when did you leave?
Mm.
I don't know. I just saw him while I was working on the cart outside. He was staring. It was weird.
Well, I would assume it could mean one of two things. It's the same and we had the displeasure of meeting in here, or just a thief looking for his next prize.
Or both.
Both is always an option.
Yeah, I hope nobody steals from my fucking cart. It's a brand new fucking cart. I'll kill him.
Well, I planned on heading out for a bit. I could watch over the cart.
We'll get one of the goblins to do it overnight. It's fine. They don't mind being out in the rain, do ya? He turns over and one of the goblins just like squeaks as he like makes eye contact and looks away.
Kivix isn't saying that he's not going to, but he's probably still going to.
Alright. So the innkeeper comes back out, and hands over this letter to Kivix. Thank you so much for doing this.
Of course. And Kivix is making sure he gets like the address correct.
Yeah, it's right next to the northern gate, next to the gate guard HQ.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else,
The family name is Iron Brew. I don't know.
Iron Brew works.
Yeah, Iron Brew.
Iron
Very
Fist
well.
sounds cooler.
Yeah, well, Iron Brew.
I don't know, I'm just teasing.
Because they're all a bunch of fucking alcoholics.
Yeah. Oh, and my name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Your name is
Jeff Iron Brew.
God, this
My name
reminds
is
me. Of
Jeff Iron Brew.
this just reminds me of my previous D&D game.
At least his last name isn't Gold Brew.
To Jeff.
Fuck.
Jeff.
To Jeff. All right. So yeah, Kivix will just look around and be like, okay, if there isn't anything else, he's just gonna start heading out.
Good luck.
Wait, you're just gonna leave the insect to walk up all by himself there, Lay?
You're fucking right.
Yeah,
Hang on. Hang on, I'm a coming.
but I ain't going. Fuck you.
I figured as much. Alright, I'll go Kivix. Take my entourage with me. Yeah.
All right.
It takes you about 30 minutes to make the trek down from the High District into the kind of middle class business district that's off to the left of the High District here.
Why is my token so small?
Itty bitty.
Hey, shrunk.
Because it's raining and nighttime, you don't see any kind of shops. There's not a whole lot of people moving around. But everything is well lit because of the companion and these lamps that provide light in the shadows of the companion. But it's almost like daytime. And you can't see any stars because of the light pollution. Only the brightest stars make it through.
Brightest day and blackest night.
Oh, evil shall escape my sight.
No, it's not the Green Lantern.
Damn.
It's just light pollution, guys. You guys are passing through small um, businesses right next to homes. A lot of times, these shops are closed up at night. Um, you may pass a jeweler who has in his windows mounds of gold and like amulets on necklaces and elaborate rings on mummified hands. And above the door is a large carved wooden dragon head, and the place is called the Dragon's Hoard. It's right on the way towards the Black Antler.
Do you think that would anger any dragons who saw it?
I'm sure it wouldn't be much for them to be angered.
It's still open as you guys pass, along with the Black Antler.
Though if it was, I don't think that store would stand much of a chance, let alone the city.
Let alone us.
It just takes wit and a number of bodies.
You guys peer in as you pass the windows.
Kivix would just like side glance.
When Kivik sees at the counter at the back of the small shop front a golden dragonoid humanoid dragon.
It got weird quick.
The large humanoid dragon with a large dinosaur-like face and tendrils that hang like a goatee down below his chin. He's wearing gold robes and kind of a fine noble outfit.
I like gold. Sorry.
Yeah, the green robes with gold embossments.
Okay.
He's adorned with gem-studded gold rings, bangles, and chains.
So he likes his jewelry.
Yeah. He's a jeweler, after all.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright.
So you guys just see this as you pass by, moving up towards the Black Antler. And you were told that it's one of the houses next to the guard HQ.
Yeah. Kivix is just looking around at everything like, strange to see certain things open this late at night.
Every town does have a Notloth. Though
Okay.
a town like this is peculiar for
But,
sure.
But a cosmetics shop? A jewelry store, as you put it?
It is quite odd. Maybe we swing by on our way back.
Very well.
It's about 10 o'clock in the evening as you guys reach over towards the gate guard HQ.
Bless.
Out front of which, I'm coughing, not sneezing.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
Outside of which you can see two sets of guards on either side of the gate, and there seems to be a guardhouse out front, off to the right-hand side, that facilitates like a visitor center for the guard HQ. And there's an alleyway that leads down into that corner of the city. And as you move towards this northern corner of the city, you're noticing that the lamps are of better condition and that the streets are not cluttered with any kind of trash. They're very clean streets with new pavements, and it's a very pleasant place to be. Lots of clean buildings and flowers that are very bright and vibrant, even in the companion light.
Good to know most cities don't seem to be changing.
So eventually, you come to the second house down the alley, and outside of it is a plaque that says Iron Brew, and above it a cask of uh, what appears to be beer made out of bronze.
Hmm. Well,
Makes
Kivix will.
sense.
Well, if we're like at the door, I'm assuming Kivix is just going to reach up and knock.
Yeah. After a few knocks, a gentleman, um, shorter in stature, a gnome, answers the door via a smaller set of door handles that are lower on the door because they're all dwarves and gnomes. And he's dressed in kind of a butler outfit, and he says, "Good evening."
Hello. And Kivix will actually crouch down a bit and be like,
He takes a
I
step back.
have. Oop, sorry. I have a missive. And just goes to hand him the missive.
He is kind of like taken aback by this insectoid creature, but it's talking to him, so he tries
Why
to remain
is everything
polite.
roboting?
He tries to remain polite as he reaches out and grabs the letter, and kind of trembling, he opens it and reads through it.
I can't hear a thing because everything's roboting to me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is it like that for everybody else?
No.
It might just be me. That's weird.
Beep boop, son?
Cool. I close the game and everything goes back to normal.
Mm.
All right. So what happened after I like crouched down to hand him that? Sorry.
So he took it and read through it and closed the door after saying one moment, and you can hear his kind of small steps echo away from the door. It was a large chamber that this door opens into. Ugh. And the rain starts to abate for a little bit as you guys sit outside and wait.
Hello?
Well, at least this seems to be clearing.
Yes. Awfully rude they didn't invite us inside.
Mm. Being like myself, I'm used to it.
That's a shame.
You wait. And you wait. And you wait.
Mm.
And about 15 minutes goes by before he comes back.
Goddamn short legs.
Yep. And he looks at Lay first and Kivix and hands back a letter and says, here's the response. Thank you. And basically closes the door.
I'm imagining Kivix like went to go say thank you and just went, oh.
Yeah.
Well then.
Just turns on his heels and just starts walking back.
I will follow shortly after. Just taking in the mansion's whatchamacallit, architecture. Weak spots and whatnot. Just in case.
I'm sorry, say again.
I'm just kinda like looking at the building before I walk away.
Yeah, you know, it's um a fairly nice building, built for normal-sized humanoids. But you can tell everywhere there's like little conversions for dwarves and gnomes around. Like sticks up in the window to help raise it to full sight, and extra doorknobs below normal doorknobs and that sort of thing.
Right. And all.
It's just a really nice, well manicured mansion.
Alright.
You can tell that the family that owns it is fairly well off.
And then I'll follow after Kivix.
Guys, are you there?
Yeah.
Answer
Can you
my
hear me?
You did.
answer my question.
He said yeah.
No, the one I sent him in his DMs.
Oh.
Oh. No, I do not mind.
Okay.
I just didn't hear the notification go off. Sorry.
Excuses.
So as you guys pass the Black Antler, there's quite a bit of a commotion going on the inside. You hear lots of shouting, clinking, and a few crashes as you pass.
Must be free drink, not.
Not a fan.
Can't say that I am either. Oh. You never know what we might be able to use.
So, Kivix just looks at you and has this blank look on his face like, it's a bar full of drunks. What do you mean, use? Skeptical bug noises.
As you say that, a mighty crash is heard as a normal-sized human, who's fairly well dressed, comes crashing out of a window, full body, just sent through, and you can see a blue arm kind of out of the window for half a second and then back into it, as if something large with a blue arm just sent this guy flying.
Maybe that.
Kivix will go over to the guy that just got yeeted out of a window and just check on him, I guess.
He's out cold. He's got some glass bits in him.
Kivix will, like, pluck some of the glass out and then prop him up on the side of the road so he doesn't get fucking run over.
Okay.
Hopefully
Just
not.
looking. No sense in someone dying.
So, on the inside of the tavern, Marcus, you have been accosted by some nobles who think that it's cool to come over and pick on the large blue man because he's different. These humans are all fairly well dressed. Again, being nobles, they're dressed in kind of white clothes. They're all wearing white in some way, and they've just kind of come over and picked a fight in the middle of it. One of them spilled your beer, and the other one was like, what Smurf did you crawl out of?
So, how many of them are there?
There's about 5. They think that they have safety numbers.
Okay. So, one has already come flying out of the window. So I would say there are still 4 more, probably up and at it.
Yep.
And you will hear me say, "Who else wants to go for a ride?"
At this point, you've got 2 of them that try to grapple onto you,
Uh,
holding you down, as the other 2, like one of them pulls out a stick that he's had in his pocket that just like extends out, and the other one grabs a chair.
Kivix looks over and just says, "We should get in there."
I thought you would never ask.
And, if allowed, Kivix is going to, do a thing.
Okay.
He's going to just misty step into the building. Like, right behind one of them.
All right, the one with the stick or the one with the chair,
Let's go with
or
the
one of
stick.
the ones holding him.
Oh, my oh, more.
Let's go with one of them with the stick.
Okay. So as you turn around after blasting one douchebag through the window, um, 2 of them grab your arms and try to restrain you, and 2 more move to attack while you're restrained. Typical douchebag move, you've seen it 100 times. But what you haven't seen before is an insectoid just poof out of existence and teleport in behind one of them.
And, Kivix will have his greatsword summoned and just have it, like, around this guy and just say, "I suggest we all calm down."
So you teleport with your blade like in front of him, like just holding him across the chest with your blade.
Yeah, like, one hand has, like, one hand just has, like, the hand that was, like, about to swing, and the other 2 just have the sword across his chest.
Okay. This causes the 2 people that were holding the large Goliath to kind of loosen their hold, but the guy who was swinging the chair was already in the middle of swinging the chair. So, let me see.
All I can imagine is he, like, is halfway through the swing, looks over and sees me, and just continues the swing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like what the fuck is happening over there?
Clonk.
Oh, it's half-ass
Where's
swings.
a fucking D?
All I can think of is just fucking cartoon logic. Just see something, still hit someone.
Okay, so he rolled a 9 on his attack, and basically just like smashes the chair into the floor, just sending the chair spattering everywhere. Completely broke the thing. He's got like a leg left over in his hand, and he kind of like whips around in surprise at Kivix, and they all kind of look at the guy that you've got held, who has blonde hair, and looks over at you like he's never been in this situation before. Like this guy is scared pretty much shitless.
Yeah. Ganging up on someone, not very fair play.
Do you know who I am?
Kivix just slowly looks down at him. Do you think I care?
Yeah. You will. You will.
I suggest you let go of that little stick.
He's like trembling in place, and it drops.
Thank you. And Kivix will let him go. Now,
Okay.
Givix points at the two that are grabbing the large man and just say, "Can we let him go?"
Yeah, they're already like kind of slackening their grip on him. Marcus, what do you do?
He is 7'4", so I imagine if they had him restrained, he probably was down on one knee. So he'll stand up, and he'll be looking at Kivix, with bewilderment, like, "What is this thing?" But he'll snap out of his stupor and be like, "I thank you, my friend. I don't know what I would have done had you not stepped in."
Finally looks at you at your full height. Probably some damage.
Destruction is not my aim. How? Wait. How did I hear that?
Points at forehead.
He kind of tilts his head. He's like, "Oh." It kind of clicks. It's like, "Oh, okay. This isn't something new. Just new source."
As you guys are talking, the group of nobles move off, and the blonde one stops at the door, and leaves.
I couldn't catch any of what you just said because Discord said no to that.
He said, "I'll remember this," and leaves.
So Kivix probably still has a telepathic link and says, "I hope you do."
Marcus will watch as they run off.
Anyway, considering how this city's been going, we should leave.
My friend, wait.
Hmm.
A debt must be repaid. I don't have any goal of my own, so I will assist you.
I'm just delivering a letter.
Then we go, post haste.
Kivix is just wondering why he's here at this point.
It's like, fucking hell, no.
I mean, you could ask him.
So I'm imagining you're just like running outside, like, "All right, we're going," and not having any idea where we're going. And Kivix is like, "Okay."
He's just excited. He finally met some people that are not just ordinary townspeople, and he's like, "Oh, okay, things are getting interesting now. Like, I'm gonna see where this goes." Plus, he does feel like he has a debt to repay you for helping him.
So yeah, as soon as we leave, Kivix is just gonna like keep an eye out because he doesn't feel like dealing with angry noblemen right now.
Alrighty. As you guys step back out in the streets, things are still kind of wet and beginning to drizzle again.
Fun.
It's now probably 11 o'clock. The bar fight kind of cleared out a lot of the people in the Black Antler, so the place is kind of quiet now. There's still some people in there that are used to that kind of shit. Heroes from the guild and so forth. That just kind of hang out in the Black Antler.
Well, if I recognize any of them, I'll just look at them and just kind of shake my head like, "You guys are idiots."
And they just seem to have been enjoying it.
Not every day you get to see a guy go flying through a window.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that they kind of like enjoy.
Good passes
So.
for entertainment, I guess.
Better than staring up at the giant 20-foot black antlers
It's true.
in the roof. Yeah, the night grows on. The companion's light is steady, but the electric lamps, or the lamps with blue light, kind of flicker.
Suddenly, Kivix is consumed by this mighty need to obtain lamp. Sorry.
Yeah.
That would be a funny flaw. God.
I need light. Give it.
Flaw lamp.
Rushes towards any light source
Lamp.
fervently.
Just fucking cartoon style, just rubbing his face against it, like, yes.
It's like that fucking kitten rubbing itself on the salt lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, 7-foot bug man.
Yeah, I figured you would like this city. It's got so many lights.
Ugh.
It's overwhelmed. Sensory overload.
Too much light, not enough shadow.
So,
Just giant fluorescent light everywhere. Yeah, my eyes.
with a blue stalker, where do you guys set out to?
Heading on back.
Yep.
We have our response, so.
Okay.
Although,
Well then, what
when
path
we
do you
get,
take?
considering Kivix just, held up a noble, he has this sense that he might have to keep an eye out. So he's just going to occasionally be looking around, like, is anyone nearby? Because
Hold on a second. I need to...
rich folk are fucking morons.
I'll be right back. Good to take a siesta.
Yeah, I could
Ah,
say,
yeah.
could say this. As we're walking along, Marcus would probably be trying to talk to Kivix and just get some info out of him, like, who are you and what are you?
Who are you and what is your name? Bugman. Bugman. Bugman.
Who are you? What are you? What is your occupation?
Bugman. Bugman. And Bugman.
Ah, yes. I don't know that occupation.
Simple. Skitters off.
Just whoo! Runs to catch up. That's a fast bug.
You have no idea.
Just Animal Crossing style, chasing you across the town with a bug net.
Fuck.
I need this for my collection.
I will kill you.
But no, he would definitely be questioning, what are you and where are you coming from and tell me some of your achievements. That is something he likes to know. He likes to compare achievements with people.
I have defeated several of these terrifying creatures called badgers.
How strong are these creatures?
No idea. They died quick.
You must be very powerful.
No idea.
We should have a competition one day. I'd like to know your strengths more.
It's like he's looking you over, seeing if you even have a weapon. Is like, wait, this might not be fair.
He actually, as you look him down, you realize that he actually does not have any kind of melee weapon. He does, however, have 2 crossbows that he wears on his back. And then he also has a shield at his hip.
May not be a fair fight.
I should mention, one of the crossbows is definitely bigger than the other.
Rip a ballista off its fucking mount.
It's fine. I also have a ballista called Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Yeah, much more useful.
I don't have to reload it.
Yeah. Wait, do crossbows require reloaded?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I wouldn't say cool,
That's-
but yeah.
I like the immersion.
Yeah, the reload feature.
Okay. That's actually good to know before I actually use it and think oh yeah, I'll just rapid fire this thing.
Okay, Kivix, since you're on the lookout for law, let's have a perception check.
12.
Okay.
But it's also, nighttime, so.
Yeah, but it's also, light
Well
out.
lit. This is weird. This is fucking with my circadian rhythm.
Can I help him? Like, can
Yeah.
I also be
With,
like vigilant and help
on the
him?
lookout, sure. Yeah, you can roll a perception too.
I suck at this, so
Same.
Hey.
Okay. So as you guys are heading down, an alleyway or a main thoroughfare here, you see a group of individuals traveling down the street in the opposite.
What the fuck is
Direction.
that?
That's Marcus
That's ugly.
Savala
That's what that is.
Catho Olavi.
Where'd
Why
I?
would you use Zavala? So dumb. It's not even funny. It's just dumb.
I like the face.
Two bugmen.
I think the face is funny. I wanted it. I got it.
Alright, fair enough. Why are there two of me? That's terrifying.
Are there two of you?
They're multiplying.
Oh god, they're
Yeah,
breeding.
you're the extra.
What? It's natural.
I'm trying to.
Fucking imperfect cell
There we go.
vibes. I love it.
Oh,
Booby bomb.
My name is
I wish the
ridiculous.
nameplates would fucking save. It's such a long plate.
Look, man, I can't help it.
Marcus Savala Catho Olavi. Alright, so if you guys are going down this street, you see a group of individuals stalking down the streets. There are 4 of them. 3 are normal sized, kind of skinny humans, and the last one is a wide boy. He is built like a motherfucking brick shithouse. Like, this guy is easily twice as tall as the rest of them, and he's a human, and he is just fucking massive. Without basically any kind of coverage for the rain. He's just got like bear skin, a leather strap for his weapons, and pants.
Well, if they're not really like looking us over or anything, Kivix would just continue walking like nothing's going on. But like if they're trying to get in our way or something, then
Yeah, as you guys get closer and closer, they kind of they not only notice you noticing them, but kind of move to intercept your guys' line of path wherever you walk on the street.
I'd like to ready an action in case they decide to make a move on us.
Okay. If what, then what?
If they decide to attack us, I'd like to ready a punch in response.
If they attack, then I attack. Okay.
well, I don't think they're just gonna go straight into attacking. So Kivix will just look over at Lay like, "Do you want to handle this?"
I can try. And I'll take like lead of the group and whatnot.
Alright. So as you guys reach the intersection in front of you, these 4 spread out and kind of stop your passage. The big one's got his arms folded, and as you get closer, you can see he's got like a great axe on his back. One of the small ones steps forward and similarly folds his arms.
Yes, the mimic.
What you guys doing walking out in the streets here in the middle of the night, huh?
Oh, enjoying a nice nightly stroll.
in the rain?
Well, most of us have jackets on, but yeah.
See, a few of us like the rain. I can understand a good walk in the rain. But, unfortunately, I'm gonna need to see some identification.
Identification.
Yeah. See, we need to know who you are. Walking the streets like this. Could be anyone.
And how would I present such identification?
Oh, you just give it to me there, smart guy.
Do you want a name, a card?
Yeah, a name, a card, a fucking guild badge. What you got, big guy?
Marcus will chime in. We are simply visitors to this city.
Oh, so you got your tourist pass then, huh?
Tourist pass?
Excuse?
Yeah. See, everybody that stops in the city, they gotta stop by the tax bureau and get a tourist pass.
Why was this not made apparent at the gates?
Those gate guards are getting kind of lazy. We need to crack down on them. Don't worry about that. I understand. This is probably your first time hearing about this. So we'll let you off easy. Tell me, what are your names? Come on, this isn't a hard question. What the fuck are your names?
Kivix will beam into their heads and just ask, better question, who are you?
Nah, see, that's what I'm asking. Who said that?
Kivix just walks forward.
Now, see, that's what I'm asking you, Bug Boy. Who are you?
Fine, fine, you got us. I'm Jack. The one in the back's Jill, and the one in the middle's the Pell of Water.
Ah.
I don't see no reason to tell you my name.
See, I was just thinking, oh, man, is this guy lying to me? But then you said that at the end, and it seems like you are.
Not very bright, are you?
See, we're getting off on the wrong foot here. I don't think you realize who you're talking to.
And that's why I asked.
See, we're the pawns. We are one step above the gate guards. Who are, peons, basically, of the old companion guild. Yeah, we're their bosses. So, when a pawn stops you in the street and asks you for identification, you're supposed to give the identification. Otherwise, we gotta go to stroll over to the dungeon of the Inquisitor and inquirize about who exactly you are. Now, you said that you don't got the tourist tax. You probably weren't told about that. I believe you. I believe that. We gotta really crack down on them gate guards. They've been slacking. In fact, that's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Maybe you should come to the public whippings.
Kivix is just passively looking him over, like, does he have any kind of, visible identification?
He does. He's got a badge, a golden coin with the embossment of a J with a kind of gestured hat on top of it that folds down over the J. And this coin is atop a purple ribbon with a white border that's been dipped in red. His badge is different than everybody else's badge. And the big guy doesn't have a badge. He's just got like a burn mark.
Big man need no badge.
Yeah, it's backwards from the coin, so they just heated up a coin and pressed it onto his chest.
That's just mean. Kivix will just look down and be like, change his telepathy to be just with, us three, and be like, so, do we want to just go with them and get this dealt with, or
I'm afraid we
have
might.
done. We have done nothing wrong. We have nothing to fear.
very well. And Kivix will just look at him and be like, very well, then what do you require of us?
All I've been saying here for the past... Looks at wrist. There's no watch. 5 minutes? I need to know who you are, where you're staying, and what your business in town is.
Okay.
No, I don't want to hear it from you. You've already lied to me.
I technically didn't, but yes.
Well,
Big
I
guy
do
in
have
the back.
Me or
the blue guy.
yeah.
We do not have any passes.
What is your fucking name? How thick is this fucking group? Either
Edit.
thicker than...
Jill.
Okay. Okay. So you all are just gonna lie to me. And there's
He
nothing that I
wasn't
can do.
lying. Can I roll persuasion?
Kivix just looks at him and just simply
with
states, I
disadvantage.
haven't lied.
Yeah, with disadvantage, because he said at the end of that statement that he was bullshitting.
Damn.
Dang.
Nah, see, this isn't working out. You guys are gonna have to come with me. Big guy, he snaps, and he steps forward. Chain him up.
Would it help if I said that we're assisting the Heroes Guild?
Oh, now you got something to say.
I mean,
Well, let's hear it then.
so I
How
wasn't
you
actually
doing?
here for last session, so I'm not even sure what actually we did. Quick telepathic, just, hey, what are we here for?
Looking into an uprising demon activity.
Kivix will just repeat that. We'll explain that. The city or the town we just came from got more or less razed.
Mm-hmm. And what do you guys know about these demons?
See, that's the thing. We don't.
Hold on, big guy. He's talking to the bruiser that he's got with him. Don't cuff him yet. And he's like holding his chin as he's listening to you. Go on.
See, in actuality, we've still yet to get our first mission from them. We're tasked in finding out where they're coming from and why in such a high number.
So, in the meantime, we're just helping out around town.
Yes.
And I can't remember the guy's name that, more or less hired us, but I'd drop his name and be like, he's the one who hired us.
I don't recognize that name. But listen. You guys have any kind of sigil or anything to prove that you're part of the guild?
They handed us pretty much nothing.
Okay. That's kind of unfortunate.
Kivix just shrugs like,
Assuming that link is still going on, we still have that scrap of whatever from the last town dude, yeah?
Oh, I think I do? Because I kind of just showed it to one of the guards when we got here, and he went, "Yeah, hold on," and he just like ran off, like, "I need to get someone."
We have that.
Yeah, imagine Kivix like pats himself down, like, and holds up like two hands, holding a finger up, like, "Wait, hold on." Pulls out the paper, reads it real quick, making sure it's the right one, offers it.
No, it's a sigil of the Order of Companions. Or is it the Flaming Fist? It's a Flaming Fist, because he told it to you wrong. Okay, so it's a Flaming Fist sigil. And this makes him pause. Okay. This is odd. Flaming Fist. They're from Baldergate. You guys said you were from Aleros?
Nods, like that is where we came from.
Huh? This is interesting. He pulls out a notepad, and in the rain, he's able to write on it.
Magic. Yo, is that the new Ink Master 2000?
Yeah, with the waterproof ink.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Kind of fancy, ain't it? I got it over here on Arcane Alley. He's taking down notes of everything that he's seen. And for the last motherfucking time, what are your names?
Kivix raises one of his hands. Kivix.
And spell that for me.
I wanted to just be like in bug speak, just like speaking like, yes, it's spelled. No.
He kind of picks out his ear. He's like,
Kiviks.
Yeah, okay. Kivix, Bugman. Okay. And you behind him?
Marcus.
Marcus. Got any other names there, Marcus, or is it just like Kivix here? He's just Marcus.
Olavi.
Olavi. Okay, got it. And you, guy in the back.
I'm in the front.
The front of, I don't know. Guy who hasn't spoken yet. Liar.
Damn it. Niv Mazet.
Niv Miset. Alright, give me a persuasion.
Damn it.
Or, yeah. Is it deception? I think it would be deception because you're just
Maybe
straight up
deception.
lying. Yeah, it'd be deception.
Yes. I'm not good at that. But I will fake it if I need to.
Mizex.
Mazet.
Mizet. Niv Mizet.
Man, I was about to pull off some like, yes, my friend Nivette. I've known him forever.
I'm just, for whatever reason, I'm just imagining Kivix just knowing that there's a lie going on, just like telepathically, just like looks, starts talking, goes, "Wait, I thought your name was." Oh.
There you go.
So what'd you say your new name is with this guy? What'd you just tell him your name is?
Niv Mazet.
Niv Mazet.
Mizet. M-I-Z-Z-E-T.
Is that-
It's magic.
Yes. Fits into the backstory, though.
Alright. You guys, Niv, Kivix, Marcus. Where were we headed?
Back to the tavern.
Oh. Excellent. We will accompany you, just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Alright?
Just
Alright.
shrugs a bit, like, okay.
Let's get on our way here.
Escort's
Kind
always
of holds
nice.
his hand out and let you guys walk ahead of him. Yeah,
Marcus
always
thinks
nice.
really hard to Kivix, like, tavern is behind us. Like
Oh.
trying to send a telepathic message to you.
Well, no, there's the tavern we're going to.
We're going to an inn, I thought.
Isn't it a tavern/inn?
No, it's an inn, not a tavern.
Oh. I misspoke.
Yeah. If you guys are headed back to the inn, they will follow you the entirety of the way there. And make sure you go inside.
Very
It'll
well.
mark down which inn that you were staying with. So 30-minute march back in the rain, and you're here at the inn with a new face.
We found another stray.
Told you we'd find something useful in that tavern.
And Carl, who has like 5 bowls stacked up next to him, he's like, yeah. Went down the wrong way.
Jesus.
I'm just imagining Kivik still has the bamboo straw and just like goes, try this.
And he kind of just looks at the straw and throws it over his shoulder. In here. Listen.
You can't see. Kivik can't like visibly have his eyes twitch, but
One of the goblins come over and pats him on the back. And he's like, ah. I see we brought home a big piece of meat now. Who's this?
What is that?
I'm a fairy from New Jersey. What the fuck does it look like? Oh, you talking about the goblins?
Kivik is just mumbling more and more like a dead corpse in a matter of minutes.
I'm going to find the barkeep. I don't want to be part of this
Are we
conversation.
Are we in the tavern or the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tavern keeper, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Jeff?
To Jeff.
Jeff.
To Jeff.
To Jeff. I'm just gonna keep saying it because we actually just had a conversation about naming an NPC in our previous game, Jeff, with a D in front of it.
I'm all for it.
Banger.
Okay. His name is Jeff now.
To Jeff.
Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
His name is Jeff. I need to order some food. I'm fucking hungry.
Understandable.
So, yeah. The innkeeper, Jeff, is there.
His name just keeps changing.
And the pot has gone down quite a bit from people coming in. As you guys came in, there were like 2 people leaving that just stopped in for food for the evening, and did not need to stay there, but just stopped in for a bite to eat because the stew here is fairly well known.
Good.
Yeah, I'm imagining we'll just give him the response letter then.
But thank you. Let me read through this. He says he'll do it, but I gotta give him half the business.
No. Well, hang
Yeah.
on. Lost track of what I was going to say. Fuck.
Well, that's better than losing it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Maybe inform him of how much it's been costing. See if he might be able to figure out a plan. Because otherwise, this will happen again in another month or so, and he'll just own the entire business.
Yeah. Well, with the supplies that I've got, hopefully I'll be able to turn that around. I think If I work real hard and sell the pies that I used to, then I think I'll be able to make it back. And I might even be able to buy back my half from my cousin. We'll just have to see. Either way, is that a new customer I see behind you?
Marcus just raises his hand and says, "Greetings."
Hello, welcome to the inn. Would you like a pot of stew?
That would be lovely.
Excellent, excellent. They come free with the night. Will you be staying?
You do have a nice establishment. Yes, I think I will stay. How much is it?
To go? I'm on a rough spot right now.
Kivix will just pay the 2 gold because Marcus mentioned he doesn't have any.
Oh, very kind guy. Welcome to the door spot inn. He tosses you a key to a door. It's a very simple skeleton key.
Between 2 fingers.
Wow.
Nice.
And sets down a bowl of stew for you. You mentioned it was nice. It is not. It smells of sewer in here. It's a very
Let's
light
talk
smell.
about the key.
Yeah.
I'm catching
Well,
it.
yeah. Well, no. Like Marcus said, it was a nice establishment.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's kind of not. It smells of sewer. And everything's fairly new and well replaced and stuff, but there's kind of like an odor of nastiness that kind of pervades the area, probably coming from the well outside.
Wait, like where he gets his water?
Yeah.
I'm sure they know to boil it.
Okay, just because I have this and Kivix doesn't feel like smelling this anymore, he's just going to use prestidigitation. Just make it smell nice in here.
So that's why Marcus is like, "It's nice in here."
I mean, this is after the fact. You said, it's nice in here. Kivix is like, I mean, it's okay. It kind of stinks. Wait, I can do something about that. Hold on.
Fixed it.
And all of a sudden it smells like
fucking,
cinnamon.
Yeah, just imagine, just spray bottle, yes, now it smells better.
Even the innkeeper's like, oh, wow. Oh, I can breathe.
God. I just pictured what that would be like in real life.
He's shit and then cinnamon.
No, bugs actually do. They have pheromones that can smell like different things. There's actually.
No.
Farts
This
and
is
roses.
just magic.
I
ain't a fucking stink bug.
just saying, there's a
The stink
type
bug
of
that
roach.
smells good.
There is a
That's a
type of
kid's
roach
book.
in Florida that smells like cherry car freshener when killed.
Weird.
I know.
Anyway, before I go and start killing bugs.
You can certainly try.
Damn it.
Yeah.
No offense.
I relish the challenge.
Oh, I die.
The bottle is still on the table from earlier. He hasn't noticed it to take it off.
Snagging that bottle. Just to look at it.
White. Yeah, it's a topless bottle with a small amount of liquid in the bottom. It says cure all across the top. Underneath that it says medicine, and that's it.
Median.
Is there a warning label on it?
Nope.
Oh.
Okay.
It is just a piece of glass, and the top is missing.
Watch me roll
doesn't
20 as a portal to another fucking nightmare world.
I look inside. Cool. You now get to see an entire corpse get shoved into a tiny bottle.
That doesn't look endorsed by the FDC.
I'll put the bottle down. I'm gonna go back to my room. Fuck it. I ain't. Back to my room.
So Lay retires for the evening.
Yes.
It's now about midnight.
Sleep sounds good. Kivix will probably nod to Marcus and just also head to his room.
Paro waves. He's gonna be up all night. Yet again.
Naturally.
So, what does Marcus do?
He's gonna down the rest of his stew. That probably took him about 15 minutes. He's kind of sitting there just enjoying the ambience. He'll kind of get up, stretch. Would the innkeeper still be behind the counter?
Well, yeah.
Marcus is gonna, tell him good night. Sleep tight. And he's gonna head upstairs to his room.
Okay. Alrighty. Night becomes day, and the morning arrives.
Here comes the sun, motherfuckers.
It is now a Friday.
It's
Nice.
Friday. Gotta sleep in on Friday.
No, I wanted you to keep the Beatles theme. It's Friday. So yeah, you awaken. The lamplighters in the streets. They run around pulling all the crystals from the lamps so that they stop glowing as soon as the sun comes up, and the light of the traveler or of the the companion. I fucking hate this thing.
I knew it was gonna happen
Cool.
eventually.
Kivix is going to sacrifice himself to the Traveler and get resurrected as the Guardian.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Do it, Guardian.
As soon as I saw I read of the fucking companion, I'm like, this thing is the traveler.
Yeah.
Just full stop.
That's what
just...
I said.
In the order of the companions, you mean the fucking guardians?
Look, they don't get their power directly from it. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's not the same. It's just basically
it's a different
the same.
campaign. It's a different campaign, okay?
It's the same. It's fine. Copyright infringement can't get to them. It's fine.
Alright, everyone fail your death saves.
I willingly don't roll them.
I'll have my robot attack me while I'm down.
You just know. You just look over and do it.
The robot turns into a ghost and brings you back.
Damn it!
No!
Hello, guardian.
Oh shit, it talks now.
But what the dog doing?
Okay, so maybe some of you are up early enough to see the lamplighters, people leaving their houses, going about their day, going to work, and so forth. There's a lot of activity in the streets this morning. People seem to be heading north of the tavern, or the inn that you guys are in, and going towards a building over there.
You guys will probably feel the building shaking a small bit, maybe a small amount of rumbling you hear. Marcus is doing his morning workout. Just massive man.
Kivix feels this and just kind of just like blinks a bit, like I don't want to know. I really, genuinely don't want to know.
What the fuck is this man doing? No, 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 no.
Who the fuck is this man doing?
He's like in my head. He's doing push-ups, but he's doing the one where you push up off the ground and you clap your hands and then go back down.
Making as much noise as possible.
Yeah, he's just like early rise, like I'm ready to go.
Kivix is, waking up, stretching, cracking everything.
Damn it, that gets me every fucking time. Marcus will gear up and head downstairs to the foyer of the inn.
Okay. So, you guys remember before those guys took off last night? They said you guys need to go to the tax bureau and get your guest passes or tourist passes for being in city.
This is correct.
And first thing in the morning, you are greeted by the smells of a breakfast stew made with eggs and bacon.
Sounds actually kind of decent. I just imagine it's like a biscuit gravy base.
Yeah. It's very creamy. It's got a lot of really good ingredients in it. This is again served free as part of the room deal. Is you get breakfast and dinner in just a single bowl. Anything more you have to pay for.
I will feast on my single bowl.
You seem like a you seem like a hungry guy. Carl set up a what is it called? A tab last night for eateries and stuff like that. Are you sure you don't want another bowl?
He like thinks about it. If it's not too much trouble.
No, not at all. I'll just throw it on the tab. And he plops another one down before you can say no.
He's like, food. Just to give like a background, he doesn't see meals like this very often. It is rare he gets like a cooked meal.
Just makes a tally mark on a piece of paper. And
He should. Oh, go ahead.
proceeds to serve whoever else came down for breakfast.
Marcus will also, show great appreciation to the innkeep for his hospitality. It's like, thank you so much. You are very, very kind and courteous.
Yeah, we try to go above the call of the dollar, if you know what I mean.
There should be more people like you.
He just kind of nervously laughs.
Yeah, that smile would make anyone uneasy. Everyone else already headed out.
I'm imagining Kivix is kind of just wandering.
Kivix, my friend, do you want Yeah.
Okay,
Do
thank
you
you.
not want your breakfast?
Mm. Kivix will just
Good.
grab something.
A warrior must always keep up his stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, my
Please.
door fell down.
Okay. Please allow me. He'll try to get Kivix a bowl.
Can
Oh,
you
another one
imagine
there for you.
Kivix? I'm imagining Kivix just like already had like his own like small thing to eat, and you just grabbed him more, and he's like, "But okay."
He quickly slaps down another bowl and makes another tally mark.
What are those marks?
A tab.
Just looks at, just looks at the keeper. Just really.
What?
How much for what we've eaten so far?
You're looking at the balance of what old Carl ordered last night and
Oh!
what
You
your
mean the
big
meal
friend
that
here
came
has
free?
ordered this morning. Oh no, yeah, Chef, of course. The first bowl, of course, is free. But any other bowl beyond that, we have to charge for. It's part of making
Oh,
my money back, you know.
Carl is not my problem.
Well, I
I'm gonna
mean,
put it on
did Kivix
the
already
group
get his
tab.
first bowl?
How
Yeah, he
much to
did.
pay for?
Oh.
How much to pay for Marcus's?
Well, Marcus has only had, well, that's his third bowl.
I was
So,
trying to get it for Kivix,
Two, and yeah, just a single gold for 5 silver apiece.
Kivix will hand him a gold.
Now, as far as the rest of the tab is concerned, that was on the general account there. You know, the one that was free for you guys, where you stay here for free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of on that paper.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not following what you're.
Yeah. You remember when you guys went out to the goblins and took care of them and brought back the supplies, and I gave you a piece of paper. He's Australian now.
Uh-huh. I know the feeling, it's fine.
And that was basically free board with one bowl of food in the morning and the afternoon. But Carl has convinced him to attach the tab to that paper. That account. Because he's on that account.
Mm-hmm. That small fat fairy is going to be a problem.
Is he Marcus will kind of lean down to Kivix. Is he not your guardian spirit?
Kivix just slowly turns and looks at you. There's nothing spiritual nor guardian-like about the creature, and all I want to do is run it through with my sword.
Oh. I've heard stories of guardian spirits taking the form of small fey creatures.
Looks back at the barkeep. How much to get him off of our tab? And to make him no longer my problem.
What do you mean? You want to pull him off the document?
Personally? Yeah, kinda. If he's gonna be making us need to pay out of our asses in gold every fucking day that he's just here.
I mean, the tab isn't all that much. It's just full gold.
For one day.
One night.
Oh. That's even better. Great.
I mean, yeah, if that's something you want to do,
I'll
you can do it.
I'll ask the others what they want to do, just to make sure I'm not being the only one making this decision. I'm not paying for that goddamn ferry. And Kimix will just eat the food that he's got in front of him, thank thank Jeff, and go about just wandering around, seeing what's going on for the day.
Mr. Iron Brew to you. Or actually, you can call me Jeff. You've been to my family's house.
Fair.
All right. So as you guys are eating breakfast, what's the goal for the day? What are you guys thinking about? What would you, as a player, like to do? What would your characters like to do?
Topple the government. No.
We should probably get those passes, just so we will not be accosted again.
Not a bad idea. Where the fuck is Lay?
I fear for the next one to accost us.
You'll never know.
Knocks on your room's door.
Fuck. They know.
You just hear,
Hey,
no one's
hey.
here.
Hey, you in there?
You just hear it in your fucking head.
I can smell you.
Oh god.
You also smell something else.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
The scent of human female.
oh, what?
As you knock on the door, you hear an eep.
Oh,
Now hold the fuck up.
I'm imagining I'm only mentally connected to you, so I'm just gonna go, I'll be back later. I just take Marcus and go, let's go.
Lay had a visitor in the night.
Did I?
Oh my.
I was not cleared on any of this. I am unsure. Was she hot?
It's the innkeeper's daughter.
Oh,
Oh no.
is she hot?
Sure.
Sure, okay. That's not like I'd be doing anything with her.
That you know of.
That's my character.
maybe she's doing things to you.
Now listen,
Look, some people are into that.
I am.
Yeah, I figured.
This
All right,
got
so
way off track.
what exactly is the daughter in my room for?
She came in the middle of the night, after everything kind of quieted down, because she was interested in you and your creations. And you might have just spent the time talking to the point where you both fell asleep, or you might have fucked. It's up to you.
Yeah, as much as I personally would love that,
Giving Mankey a choice. Wow.
I want to be the bigger man and stick with my character and say he probably would not have procreated.
Then you just sat around and
It hurts my soul saying that. I want you
told
to know.
her about your inventions and a little bit about yourself.
That
And she
works.
told you of her life here in El Terrell,
Mhm.
and how it's gotten progressively worse over the last 3 to 6 months. That the High Overseer has gotten sick and kind of pulled away from the public, who used to be a very well-known figure for the Order of the Companions, who have since kind of disbanded into the Gate Guard that
Basically
has
just-
recently run up in forces.
Right.
And of these pawns that run around kind of acting like government agents, but at the same time they're not. They're like fairly new to the city. They've only been here for 3 months, and they go around and um, you know, beat people up for money and smash up windows of shops who don't pay and things like that.
So like the people we ran into last night.
Yeah.
So it's all a big sham. Effectively. At least from what Lake can gather right now.
Don't you
Yeah.
just want to go ape shit?
Okay.
Topple it! Topple it!
Now about toppling that government, boys.
I was just joking.
I mean,
But someone's greatsword.
alright.
Raise
Well,
his fist.
got what I needed. I still suppose we have to. Probably should go and see about that, like, permit or whatever. The pass.
You could also check in with the Heroes Guild.
It's also true, but last time I was there, they annoyed me.
Yeah, a lot of things too.
I mean,
No offense.
no, I get that. I get that. Understand?
Ouch, but okay.
Harsh, but fair.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with my little posse of robots and go see what I can learn.
Robots, Bugman, and Goliath.
That's a sick
Carl
comp.
and the two goblins are Gano. They are Gano.
With the cart.
Yeah.
No, the cart is still there. Some of the things have been removed, but the cart itself and the donkey are still there.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I regroup with the other two. Yeah.
Hey.
Yo.
Marcus will wave to you.
You guys are given a map by Iron Brew before you leave of the city,
Awesome.
and it contains a few well-known buildings in town. And I've
Okay.
tried to place the names of everything below or next to the building that they occupy, so still gives us a good idea of which building is which.
I don't see any names on anything. Unless
Same.
you just haven't done that yet.
I have. I just don't understand.
It might just be on like a GM layer.
Okay, I guess I have to move everything that's on that layer to the map layer. That's unfortunate. Let me do that real quick, and
This
I
means
will.
we can roleplay until then.
Bugman.
Oh, actually, that's perfect because Marcus will actually turn to Lay and try to initiate a conversation with him. My
Good
friend,
luck.
how did you learn of Kipix? He's a
How?
great warrior.
Well, I met him in the burning city. And that's it.
Pretty much, yeah.
What about you? These machinations are superb. Did you build them?
Naturally.
Are
Anything
you-
else?
Are you artificer? Is that how it's pronounced?
Are you
I've
an
only
adult?
heard stories.
Stories of my
Men
profession.
who could build men of metal.
I've heard stories of these things called men.
Ooh.
He's tribalistic.
I'm interested.
Yeah, he's like seeing wonders for the first time. He's like, holy shit! Like this shit actually exists.
Holy shit! A human wiener.
Human horn.
But yes, I did build them.
But he's just like dumbfounded. Like, do they have a will though?
Not these ones.
He's like waving in its face and like kind of prodding at it.
It just stands there up until you touch it, and then it grabs your finger.
Oh, I apologize. I
Ta-da!
meant no disrespect.
Nice. Oh, wait, where are these names at? Oh, there they
I
are.
see.
Black Antler.
I see. Just Black Antler.
Just Black Antler?
Just Black Antler.
Why?
Time to keep improvising, boys.
You don't
Yeah,
see any
yeah.
other ones.
Just the
Reload
Black
the
You're
page.
not-
Oh,
You reload the page.
loading the page.
Reload. Opening the gate.
Reload.
Pulling the lever.
Closing the gate. Nope, still just Black Antler.
There's no trade guild around it, no gate guard HQ, none of that.
Nope.
Nothing, unfortunately. Roll20 is also just Dookie, so I'm not really blaming you for this.
Dookie,
Why?
Dookie, Dookie.
Do you see the trade guild next to Black
No,
Antler?
nothing. It just says Black Antler. If here, do you want me to just stream it?
Eh. Why? It's on the correct layer. It's all moved forward. I don't.
Oh, they changed a thing for streaming stuff like that. Huh. You can change it to be smooth video or better text readability. Interesting.
I mean, it's like there's so much shit around. I don't understand why it's not. It's on the map.
Oh yes, give me the GM layer.
It's
Give me
it's
all
not,
your secrets.
you know, at the back. This thing is at the back, so these should be up front. I don't understand.
I don't either. I never actually fucked with Roll20 and the DM side of things. What you could probably do is, if you want to zoom out on the map, you can probably just screenshot it real quick, just for now.
Can you see Arcane Alley? Below Black Antler?
Nope.
No.
I'm like zoomed out on the map just so if anything pops up, I can spot it. Hey,
Hold
turn
on,
order.
I'm just gonna
Combat
retry.
time.
No, that was me
Player.
just fucking around with shit, trying to figure stuff out too. Because me and Guinness are using the same Roll20 plugin.
Yeah, what the fuck? Just the Black Antler.
Blant Ackler.
Ah. Put a lot of work into doing this last night. I don't understand why it's not fucking working. What's special
Roll20.
about the Black Antler?
That's where we found you, Carl. Or Daringclad found you, I guess.
I mean, Zork
they're
did
all
have
gone.
a good idea.
What?
Yeah, they're all gone now.
What did I maybe do?
That fucking work is just. Haha.
Dookie.
Stinky.
Get fucked. And it's literally all gone. There's nothing there. Ha. 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 I'm actually depressed. I spent like an hour filling out like locations and it didn't save. And it showed for me, but
I mean, don't get discouraged. You still have the story for each location, right?
yeah, but I mean,
My
I had everything fucking labeled. I had everything labeled.
For temporary sake, if you want, just like I said, just zoom out on the map, do a big screenshot of it.
It's all gone now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It disappeared.
I don't understand if it's Like, because somebody else was... Well, there goes an hour or two of tonight. Remember where most of it is. Anyway, the tax bureau is over here somewhere. Fucking...
It'll be fine, Gibby.
And that's gone too. Can you guys see the tax bureau?
Don't see any text.
On the right-hand side of the map, next to the circles.
No, sir.
No.
How am I supposed to do this if it's not going to save? You can't see the markets on the right-hand side, above the port.
No.
It's on the fucking token layer. I don't understand.
Here, let's try something here.
Can I fucking spawn a hobgoblin? Do you guys see the hobgoblin
Here.
on the token layer?
Let
It's literally right next to your characters.
Yes.
me zoom in.
I see it.
See what?
The hobgoblin.
So,
Oh yeah, the
so
hobgoblin.
hobgoblin is there, so I can make tokens, but I can't make text. I can't label anything. Great. Thanks,
Try it.
Roll20.
Try it now.
You see the markets in the markets? It's a circle thing on the right.
No.
No.
Okay.
It's just, yeah. Wow. Wow. I mean, I can see it. But that doesn't mean fuck all. Oh well.
Bam. Oh.
Just take a second. 5-minute break. While I
Hmm.
fucking smoke and chill out. So I don't fucking lose my top from not being able to figure out Roll20. It up and throws it in the fire and says, fuck you, you don't need a map.
Bloop. Right. Well. Fair enough.
No, it's not.
I was.
He climbs down from his fucking like stool behind the bar as a dwarf and stomps behind the door. He's all angry about the map.
I wonder if he'll be okay.
You're crying.
He is not.
So he points out on the map that the tax bureau is over here. It's this large building with a blue top next to the markets, just north of it. It's hard to miss. It used to be a courthouse, and they've just kind of put up a new plaque that says Tax Bureau.
Hmm.
It's one street south of the Heroes Guild, or 2 streets south of the Heroes Guild. And just north of the markets. It'll take you guys probably following Maiden's Bridge Street around, take you about another 30 minutes. 45 if you wanted to go up next to Ritz Social House, which is up here at the end of the High District, and is a kind of an upscale eatery and hangout place for people to look down over the wall and see the outside of El Terrell, known greater as Altar Can you see that Ritz social house? Because somebody just put it up there.
I did.
Because I can see that, but
I'm just
That's
trying to
weird.
help out. My power is limited, but I will do what I can.
this is Light Street that goes down and does a switchback over here and leads down towards the main thoroughfares. And it's named that because of the Light LLC Corporation building that is right here with the blue top.
Say LLC.
Yeah, Light LLC.
Hmm.
This is an outpost that you guys pass through for guards.
We're at.
This is where they check the majority of the carts that come through, and this is where they take the bird tax.
Where was it?
It's over here. It's this
Outpost.
L-shaped building. Yeah, it's a guard outpost.
There we go.
You'll notice that there's not one on the south exit. The southern bridge is known as Torm's Blade, and then the bridge that is just in front of the waterfall is known as Torm's Reach. You also get information about the social services building, which is up here in the north end of the town, nearby the Iron Brew mansion. And let's see here, what else was there? There's a temple to Helm over here called Helm's Shield Guard, or Shield Hall. And next door, or across the way, there's a tavern called the Bent Helm. Over here where you guys were, yeah. Earlier, it's right next to Arcane Alley, which is where the majority of the magic items are sold in town. And then over here is the poor area and the glue factory.
And right next to that is the horse farm. They get to see
The
their
horse
brothers
farm is
and
outside.
sisters. Gotta keep a wall in between them so they don't get suspicious.
They might see what we're doing. It's gross.
Don't need a horse revolution.
The centaurs would get mad.
That's why they're not allowed in.
Yeah. There's probably not even supposed to be a ferry in the city.
Whoopsie.
There's also a number of guilds around. Of course, the Heroes Guild, which is up here above the Tax Bureau, like I said, just north of it. And it takes up those two buildings, the one that is a square and the one that's kind of a longer rectangle next to it. And down here there's a Captain's Guild on the southern end of the city for all the captains and boat builders and so forth. And just north of where the tavern is, the inn, not the tavern, is a religious district where most of the monks and clerics live in the city. There's also a temple to Lathender called the Temple to the Morning Lord, or the Morning Lord Temple, up in here. That's where everybody was heading this morning. And there's also a blacksmith over here, where this tree is. And finally, an armory. It's called the Gleaming Pauldron. Up here,
Is it
in
Pauldron?
that orange, the Gleaming Pauldron, yeah. And then the only other store of note that I called attention to was the Dragon's Horde, which was up here at this building. So at least somebody has all the notes. Where everything is. So,
Woo!
yeah. Introduction to the map and everything that I've done. I was really hoping that I had everything laid out for you guys to look around and be like, oh my god, there's so much shit on the map now. But no, fuck me.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it. Like somebody joined my stream and saw it, and then it
Yeah,
disappeared.
I did. I was like, yeah, we can just screenshot it, and then you like did stop the stream. Like, oh, okay, I was just gonna.
Yeah, that would have been smart, but no. Instead, I'm just like, no, I'll figure it out. No, you'll get fucked. Right, so we're headed out with a full party, minus Carl, who his goblins and him are missing this morning, towards the tax bureau and the Heroes Guild to make some contact with them. As you guys pass around the outside edge of this walkway here, that's known as the Maiden Shield Street, or Maiden's Bridge Street, not Shield. It goes all the way around and runs over towards the markets and tax bureau area, and concludes in the actual Maiden Bridge herself, which is that far bridge on the right hand side. It's one of the main thoroughfares for the city.
Talk about this one, yeah? Or no?
Which one?
Guess it'd be right-handed to us if we was walking that way.
Yeah, so it curves around to the left if you're walking on the back side of the castle, and then it curves around to the right. So it's one big S that the Maiden's Bridge Street runs.
Alright.
And it takes you guys about 15 minutes to get down into this district. We walk around the path and come down into some weirdly placed residential buildings at the foot of the hill. Some legislative businesses that keep track of books and stuff are here in service of the high city. Behind them begins to get more agricultural or kind of trades-esque as you go backwards here. There's a blacksmith here. There's a boat builder here. Inside the port, there's boat designers and boat repair men. And this is some of the... Damn it. Earlier... Get off this layer. Earlier portions of the city. Like these were some of the first buildings, so they're more decrepit. And as you move back towards the slums, it just becomes like a myriad of built-in housing and streets and there's no real rhyme or reason to where the alleyways go and where people have built their homes. Just trying to have something. So you guys find yourself out past the Gleaming Pauldron and at the beginning of the markets.
1 second.
There are lots of stalls around being tended to. Just kind of on the outside edge of that.
I've returned.
There he is.
What's going on?
So you guys are have made it over towards the markets section of the town, and are now kind of taking in the markets for the first time. You've walked past a blacksmith and the armory called the Gleaming Pauldron, where they have a old set of companion cuirass out, just displayed there, shining in the sun.
Neat.
Yeah. So you guys are at the markets. There's a bunch of stalls. Not many of them are populated, but some of them are. With some food vendors, trinket vendors, people just reselling stuff like goblets and plates and so forth. It's basically a flea market. What all would you like to do?
Gentlemen.
Kivix would probably just wander around with everyone because he doesn't really know what he needs or wants.
Well, I don't have any actual money to spend, so we should probably continue to the tax bureau and get that taken care of.
I still have my doubts about that bureau. Last
I
night
do as
seemed...
well. Oh, sorry.
You should be. Oh no. The daughter of that innkeep was telling me a lot of information last night. I'm not sure if we can truly trust it, or if we need to, well, in layman's terms, cut off the finger to save this hand. If you catch my meaning.
Kivix just nods like, yeah, I get it.
Do think we should at least look, though. You never know what we might find.
I think it's worth an investigation.
Let's go look then.
To the tax bureau.
So we head...
Curving. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so we head to the bureau. Yeah.
Curving around the outside of the market, you find a large courtyard with an even larger building, very regal in stature, but it looks like it hasn't been really kept up in the last few months. The walls are kind of creeping with black mold, and nobody's really washed it and taken care of it the way it needs to be taken care of. It was once a really nice building, but it's kind of fell into disrepair. You can tell, like, typical court style, large pillars hold up the front of the building, and a large kind of shallow angle pitch roof. and large steps leading up to it from the courtyard. There's a large like gold plaque that's over top of a one of the pillars that you can tell has been recently installed, and it's the only thing that's like polished here. It says the
Grotesque.
tax bureau. You
Starting to
stand inside in front of two large doors on the upward side of this staircase.
I'm not touching that door. Looks like it's not been washed in ages.
Kivix will just use prestidigitation and clean it. Better.
Marcus!
I guess it's up to me to open the door.
You have larger knuckles anyway.
I reach out for the door handle and proceed to push the door open.
All right. On the inside of the building, it's a very wide open space. But in front of it is a desk, and around the entrance lies a gate. And this is sort of like a waiting lobby that has been installed. There's rows of desks fill the open hall behind this kind of waiting room gateway that you can see through iron slats in the fence that is in front of this kind of older, decrepit-looking lady in a purple suit. She looks at you expectantly.
Gross.
I walk towards her. Good morning, ma'am. I am here to inquire about a tourist pass.
All right. Take a seat. Here's a number. She pulls a tab out and slides it under a little pass-through between the iron gating. That's about 6-7 feet tall, almost eye level with you. And to you, this thing is incredibly tiny. It's just a little like leaflet with the number 127 on it.
I turn towards the rest of the party and just kind of shrug, and I go take a seat.
Oh, God.
You're kind of comically large for these seats.
I was afraid of that. I was like, I hope these chairs can hold my weight.
It does under groaning and protesting, but you're not very comfortable here.
This is going to take all day.
This is all like new to Marcus. He's just like, okay, this is what I have to do.
So, just above game, when my food gets here, I'm probably gonna have to dip.
Understandable.
Fair.
Oh, okay. All right. So time goes by, and your number is called. The gate opens up, and you're allowed to proceed into the Great Hall, into these rows and rows of the same desk that's just been planted for them. Each one manned by a person in a purple suit, with somewhere on them the badge of the tax man. One of them kind of waves at you and beckons you over. He's a few rows deep, and he's got like 2 chairs in front of him.
Okay, I walk over and I greet him. Hello.
Yes, I've been informed you're here for a
Tourist pass?
That is the idea, yes.
Okay. How many people are with you?
Uh, 3?
Okay. 3 people. Now, what is your purpose of staying in the city?
We are here on business with the Heroes Guild.
Business with the Heroes Guild. Okay. And are you associated with the Heroes Guild?
Yes.
Can you show me any identification that would show that you're a member of the Heroes Guild?
No.
Oh. Kind of erases the yes.
I know the intention is to make this as like a DMV as possible, but god damn, is this making me just zonk? God, that's too effective. I don't like this. So, like as soon as it's like, oh, it's like a DMV, my brain went, cool, nap time.
Yeah, that's kind
Oh,
of where my
no.
brain's going. I'm just like, I'm doing the actual DMV face for this.
Yep.
It's good.
So she tells you that the fee is normally 50 gold a person, but if you have business with somebody in town or are associated with one of the guilds, you can show their sigil and get free passes to be in the city.
So, yeah. Go get the sigil and come back, and I guess you'll have to wait again. Yeah.
Kivix just looks at this entire operation and goes, I am done here. I am not coming back here. Just
Okay.
leaves.
Well, tell your friend that you've got 3 days to register with the guest pass, or the gate guard will be notified, and repercussions will happen.
Uh-huh.
And is there anything else I can help you with today? Oh, yeah, they're leaving.
I did not enjoy that at all.
I need a nap.
You know what?
Let's just get to the Heroes Guild before I fall asleep. As Kivix, mind you. I'm saying that as Kivix.
It's like midday.
We come out, we look like we've just been running for 10 hours.
Death.
Why
Yeah.
would people subject themselves to this level
I
of suffering?
don't think they willingly do it.
This can't be legal.
Let's just get to the Heroes Guild.
Sure, it won't
Very
be a
well.
problem in a few years. It'll never catch on.
If I remember correctly, if we head this way, the Heroes Guild is just around the corner.
Kivix is just zombie walking that way, like, eh. Mother, make the pain stop.
Remain vigilant, my friend. A warrior must
guys-
never lose his balance.
So you follow the markets around the corner and go up north, counting the streets as you do. You pass vendors that sell random meats. Like one of them, you see like roasted spider legs and things like that. As you pass up through here, kind of street meats and things like that. Heading up towards the Heroes Guild, it's actually 2 buildings. One, kind of like a hall for them to train and sleep in, should they need it, and the actual like logistical area of the Heroes Guild. And stepping through there, at the hall, you are greeted by a orange-haired girl who is wearing a set of plate mail. So she waves and her arm jingles and makes a lot of noise as she comes kind of bounding up to you guys and says, "Hi, I'm REM."
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually heard about you guys. You guys are Lay and Kivix, right?
Slow nods. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I've been assigned as your guild representative. You see, the guy that you dealt with last time, he didn't exactly have the authority to have access to the force gem that he gave you, or allow people to take on jobs. So we've gone ahead and fired him. Yeah, it was kind of a big thing a few days ago. Anyways, the job that he had he told you guys about, we actually sent another party out on a few days ago. They're investigating some leads outside of town, and we think that they'll be back within a week.
Would explain why we never got the letter.
Yeah, guy was kind of a dickhead. This is not exactly what we want to be putting forth here with the guild.
I can keep my rock though, yeah?
Yeah, of course, it was something that he gave you, so we just kind of, charged him with stealing it and giving it over. So if you have it and you'd like to return it, that's on you. If you did something with it beforehand, it's pretty much gone as far as we're concerned.
I'm a flying little machine about that. No.
Okay. Yeah, that it's fine. Don't really worry about it. But seeing that you were paid for a job with the guild, she scratches her head. Why don't I just give you one?
To be fair, I was only half paid.
Pish posh. And she pulls off a folder out of her cloak, and in it she holds a missive from the hunters and rangers of the nearby forest. They complain of increased goblin activity, and she explains that the guild has elected to send you, hearing also of the goblins that you had dispatched yesterday during the day.
So we just kill more goblins.
Yeah, well, we figure you're pretty good at it, and something that you've already done. We don't really know what you're capable of, being brand new to the guild. That is, of course, you on the grounds that you would like to join the guild. We just kind of assumed that maybe you had wanted to, but I never really. I figured that you were never really asked by the last guy. Were you? Were you asked to join the guild?
We were tried to. I think we were. He attempted to persuade us to join.
Oh. Well, the option is there for you. I've got these sigils here in my pocket. All you need to do is just sign our little waiver here.
Do I have to go back to the tax bureau?
No. It's all done here.
Reaches for the paper.
Give me that.
Yeah. So if you sign the paper, she gives you a guild sigil that is just a basically like palm-sized logo for the guild, which is a shield and a sword on top of it.
I'm imagining Kivix just going, yes, let me put this. Wait.
keep it for you.
No, I have a really stupid idea. If it's allowable,
Oh.
You gonna
Just-
swallow it?
no.
Oh,
Just summons his like greatsword, not in like an attacking like position or anything, but just like summons it, like clicks it to it. Yes, this will work.
I'm just glad you didn't do what I was thinking. Just like slide it between your kite and slats and just like there we
I would
Mm.
imagine that would itch after a while.
go.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
All right, and then he just there. Now, if I need it, it's always available.
That's cool.
And what of me? May I join this heroes guild?
What have you, big man? She waves the paper at you.
He grabs it with 2 fingers.
All right, here's a pen.
He's like, oh, it's tiny.
Give
he
me
attempts to
a
grab it.
give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
I'm just imagining he just goes, "Is there any ink? Yes, here. All right, cool." Dumps some on his thumb and just fucking thumbprints it.
Oh!
Wow.
I was
So
hoping
with
for
the
a 1.
most delicate of ease, you take the small fountain pen between like your thumb and your like index finger or whatever, however you hold it, and just carefully, elegantly sign out your name.
In the most beautiful cursive we've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
We
Let's
had
clear
many
some things
pictures
up.
of
You
numbers.
guys are all using your real names, correct?
Yeah. Kivix would.
Damn
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Well,
Well,
I think though, I think Marcus would leave his nickname out of his signature.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Like, Kivix doesn't have any other names, it's just Kivix
yeah, it's just Givix.
/ Bugman.
That's actually what the guy wrote was Kivix Bugman.
Bugman. It's man with 2 N's.
Actually, what the pawn wrote. So you guys have your sigils now. You can prove that you are members of the guild. And as members of the guild, we ask that you help out with some missions every once in a while to make sure that the guild's coffers are full. Beyond that, contribution is on a voluntary basis for access to homes here, rooms here at the guild, armor, connects, those sorts of things are now open to you through the guild and through these connections that we maintain with that money. So, if you go down to the Gleaming Pauldron, they'll help you out with a better offer on some armor, and you can get a better deal at the Black Antler on imbibations.
Beer back.
All right.
TYT. I don't suppose you can give me the location of that last fellow that worked here, could you?
Jesus Christ!
We actually don't know where he went. We
Unfortunately.
tried to report him to the gate guard for theft, and they put out a small reward for him. So if you find him, perhaps bring him to the guard.
If he makes it that far.
Mankey, absolute god.
What?
Just like, where is that motherfucker at? Alright, I'm gonna get my payment.
I believe he owes me money.
I love it.
While you're here in the guild, Kivix, you see that.
He's still God's friend.
All right, fucking. I guess we can't move on yet,
That's us just trying to make like small talk.
unless fucking Did you look in the Dragon's Hoard?
I saw. Well, no, I did not.
Okay. So
No,
yeah,
we talked about it,
you're
but
sitting
that's
down
it.
with RM, who is your guild rep, and you're reading over the missive.
Question
And
real fast. How
sure.
do you spell her name?
um,
Good question.
ARIEM.
R-E-M. Okay.
Miriam? Muriel?
The things I do for love. I missed that show. Weren't they Weren't they going to reboot it?
I think
Hmm.
they still are. I think they
Another
just
one
got
bites
fun.
the dust.
Hmm?
Bum 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 bum. Another one bites the dust. And
Sure.
another one gone. And another one gone.
I sure hope it doesn't.
You don't want it to be rebooted?
I don't want it to bite the dust.
Then that's a good thing.
I said I don't want it to bite the dust.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a good thing.
How is eating dirt a good thing?
Well, some shows needed to die early.
Look,
Yeah.
Courage was
They
a
eat
great
dirt pies
show.
in Africa.
I don't think that's dirt.
It is. It's mud pie.
Gungi mud pie.
They really.
Yeah, they do. Look up mud pies.
My God, how do they even make that taste good? It doesn't.
They don't. It just fills their stomach so it stops hurting.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. I mean, it's their choice to live like that.
I don't think they have much of a choice to live like that, actually.
There are like, so the way I'm thinking is, I know a lot of tribal people or aborigines, they choose to like live by their tribal lifestyles because it's like their heritage, they're proud of it, and they don't want to integrate into society. That's how I view that. I know that there are people out there that don't have a fucking choice, but there's nothing I can do to change that either.
What I just come back to?
Talk about mud pies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are sitting with REM, and she's going over the details of the missive,
hmm
which complain of increased goblin activity. And it's signed by. It's got a couple of reports by hunters and rangers. And one of the rangers has a line in it about kobolds stalking goblins.
Uh-huh.
Make a wisdom saving throw, or not saving throw, but wisdom. Wait, what? That would be survival, wouldn't it? Based off of the kind of wilderness.
Oh, Lord. Hang on 1 second.
All of us, or just Maggie?
Everybody who's reading, you can either make a survival or a history skill check,
I'm good with history, so we'll do that.
I'll be reading
or
over.
nature.
I'll be reading
or
over Lay's
nature.
shoulder, so.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. So, all of you kind of know that goblins are pretty much everywhere, but kobolds being out and about in that area, in a forest like that, is kind of strange. They're usually in mountainous areas or hilly areas where they can mine a lot easier than in dense jungles. It's just not common. Not that it doesn't happen, but it's not common. Furthermore, Kaiser and Mankey, your characters know that this sort of hunting and stalking of goblins is not something that's typical for kobolds to do in this world. One, they don't live in the same areas. Two, there should be no real reason for competition or beef between them.
Goblins
So-
and kobolds don't usually fight.
Wonder what's gotten them so aggravated to come out and just hunt the goblins.
What are you guys talking about kobolds for?
Huh?
What are you guys talking about kobolds for?
Kobolds.
Is this REM talking to us?
Ain't that what the paper says?
What do you mean?
Ma'am, do you read these requests before you hand them out?
Yeah, sure, we skim them over.
Ah, that might explain.
Your goblin problem.
Yeah?
Kobolds.
What do you mean? Kobolds haven't been seen in these forests.
I feel like I've been lied to.
Apparently, according to your rangers, kobolds have been spotted stalking the goblins.
Oh, wow. It says that? Can I see?
I slapped
Marcus
at the
will-
paper.
Yeah, as I say.
She takes it and reads it over real quick. Oh, stalking goblins. Wow. I didn't notice that detail.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
I just don't think that there's kobolds out there, you know? I've never seen one out there. I go out there every once in a while. It's not like the only thing I do is stay in here. You know? I've never seen a fucking kobold in that forest before. It shocks me.
It wouldn't be untrue. Kobolds usually stick to the hills and mountains.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying it's like, I've never seen it.
There must be a reason these kobolds have moved out this far and into territory that is unfavorable to them.
Especially around here. Ain't it normally light and bright throughout the night?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, every night, yeah. And a little bit around the town. I mean, you can see the light for miles, pretty much.
Why would they come down and get the goblins?
Desperation. The only
Well, the forest
thing
is
that...
far enough away that, you know, it blocks out the light.
What's the journey to that forest, though?
Yeah, it's about maybe 3 days walk.
Hmm.
Maybe quicker if you had a carriage, some horses.
The guardian spirit might have his wheels.
What?
He's
Referring to Carl.
he's touched. Don't pay attention to him.
That's concerning.
Yeah. Not my circus, but these are my monkeys.
Where?
Where?
Oh,
Yeah, quite the group you've got going here. I mean, robots,
madness.
insects, a blue man.
Kivix is intentionally fucking with you.
Ooh, man.
Good. I'm not crazy.
Marcus is like, where's the monkey?
Sorry, just having an aneurysm from all the stupidity. Wow, didn't know you were that stupid, Vegeta.
Yeah. So listen,
Data.
you'll notice that there's no payment involved in this one. We have
Yeah.
reason to believe that the goblins have been storing quite a bit of a loot. So that will be the payment on this one, and this is to satisfy the first 2 months of your guild membership.
Alright.
Wait,
We have to pay
we
for
have to
this?
pay for these?
No,
I was gonna say, I didn't know there was a subscription involved with this.
no, there's a. I mean,
He went over like how we had to like help upkeep the thing.
Yeah,
Essentially, we're paying by doing things.
right.
Yeah.
Like it pays for our room and board and whatnot. I got that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just take the commission based on whatever it is, and use that for, coffer money. Anyway, Kivix, you notice that gold half dragon, sitting in his green robes, talking to another representative.
Hmm.
And he seems to be kind of ending up his conversation.
Who is that man?
And looks up. Oh, huh? Me?
Yeah.
Who?
He's a scat man.
The dragon man over there.
Dragon.
You are evil.
Wow. That's Targan.
Targan the Dargan.
Shut up.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's the owner of the what do they call it? They call it
The dragon sword.
Yeah, the dragon sword. That's it. How do you know?
Walked by it the other night.
Oh.
He was in there. Very late.
Yeah, he's open kind of late.
Very well.
All right, so do we have any kind of business? You guys signed the papers, right?
Yes.
And I gave
My
you the
dexterity save, yes.
the
You gave us the sigil, right? Someone's great sword. Yes.
okay. And you've got the missive we were just talking about. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of all we need. Yeah, it'll take you a few days to get out there. I would suggest maybe leaving tomorrow morning. It's kind of, it's getting on in the day. We have our facilities here available for you to use. And, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lay's just gonna go ahead and get up and start walking out.
Kivix will follow.
Right. Yeah, as you guys are leaving the building, you're leaving with Targan, and he kind of like looks over and kind of inspects you. I have never seen a creature like yourself. He
And
says to
you,
Kivix.
sir.
Half dragons are rare. Winged half dragons, even rarer. This I can understand. Where do you come from?
Fair amount of cities away. I don't know, like, the map of Sword Coast that well, so I'm like sitting here going, yeah, yes, I'm from. Oh God, where am I from?
Insert city here.
Pretty much. Yes, I'm from the city of Boston.
I mean, Carl was from New Jersey. Yes, Boston. I've heard of it.
It's not great. Don't recommend. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, it's rather bleak and cold there. At least in a few letters I've seen written to others.
Yeah. Traffic sucks.
Mm,
The city's laid out like a madman.
Don't even get
Yes.
started on the humans.
The city has been quite maddening as well in the last few months.
So we've experienced.
Mm.
Hmm.
Tell me,
So, go ahead.
if I were to ask you to do something, would that be too out of place for me to do?
Hmm.
No.
Well,
Are you heroes?
we just
Adventurers?
officially joined the Heroes Guild.
Ah, then official heroes.
Only by definition.
Adventurers become heroes when they sign up with the guild.
Get my money back.
So therefore, you are heroes. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you've won.
I aim to become a legend, not just a hero.
I have similar goals. We have dragons live for very long lives.
Well, it depends on what you would request of us, I suppose.
Something simple. Information, mainly. I came here to put forth a proposal for a search party. You see, I'm looking for my brothers and sisters. They do not look exactly like me. They are much smaller. I was raised in a kobold warren.
Light bulb.
And I'm seeking more of my kind. But the Heroes Guild would not take such a mission. It's not go here, kill that sort of thing. So, I've got to reach my fingers out elsewhere. If you come to me with anything, I can pay you in gold or trinkets.
Well, what are some of the names of your siblings?
I'm just looking for more kobolds. You know, time has gone on enough that the siblings that I was raised with may not still be alive. Kobolds live fast lives. So, I'm just searching for more of my kind.
I'm sorry, you just reminded me of Splat the Kobold.
Oh my god.
He fucking hits a giant in the knee. I did it! I win! Oh god, hey, that's why they call him Splat.
God.
I'd probably just tell him, well, we did just receive a missive to actually go check out, some happenings going on between some kobolds and goblins.
Really? Would you mind if I accompanied you?
I kind
I'll
of
pay
just
you
look,
for protection.
I kind of just
Of
look at
course,
everyone
I'm
like,
Sorry.
I kind of just look at everyone like, well, yay, nay.
What can you do?
I'm not much of a fighter.
And you
Though I can give you gold and necklaces and amulets and
You're
make
willing to pay
all
us
sorts of things
to let you come along.
to protect me on the way.
There's always a catch, isn't there?
Shrug.
Half now? Perhaps?
Certainly. He reaches around his neck and pulls off this very thick gold chain attached to a an amulet that looks like a shield and passes it over to you.
Marcus will reach for it, but then stop. My comrades, what say you? If I take this, this will commit us to his request.
Kivix just shrugs.
This guy talks weird.
You know what? Just here, take it as a gift to opening up our relationships. You look. It looks like it would suit you.
This marks a friendship.
Like, I'm not just hearing
Yeah.
that, he's talking weird, right?
No, he definitely sounds odd. What would your fee be for 3-day venture out? A few days of looking for the kobold kind, while you guys deal with the goblins out there, and the 3-day trek back.
I'd say I'm game.
Well, that's good and all, but
He asked how much.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I don't know.
We don't ask him for his advice, we just gotta figure this out.
Marcus will be. I don't have
game.
an idea of material value. I
I'm
will leave that to my
game.
comrades.
I just hold my finger up to Marcus like, shh, hang on, we're talking.
I'm game.
Completely misheard it. Sorry.
No worries.
Seeing as you're a man that often deals with money. Correct. Find treasures and the like.
Yes, I produce gold related items in my shop.
You said 3 days, correct?
3 days out, 3 days back, and a few days in the forest looking for kobolds. That's all I care about, is the kobolds. I don't care about what happens to the goblins.
Kivix.
Hmm.
What do you reckon would be a good price?
You're asking the bug man about monetary value.
You're the smuggler.
True. But he didn't really do it for money. He kind of did it for the fun of it.
But you love gold.
You're the only level-headed one I have to talk to right now.
Fair enough.
Marcus has no concept of material value for money.
And I'm greedy.
He's just looking at his new necklace like, ooh, shiny.
He's more akin to trinkets because it shows that if you take a valuable metal and turn it into something that you adorn yourself with, it has sentimental value, at least in his culture. So that's the way he views this. It's like, this guy just gave him a necklace. Like, this is sentimental to this person. He wants to take care of this and cherish this gift.
How about Kivix like hems and haws about like how much? 125, 150 gold each.
Well, how many of your party?
It could be
Problem.
one
That depends on how many of us end up playing later. Like if we get the others back, next time. So I'll just say for now we'll just say 100. But if it's just us three, it'd be like 125, 150.
Along
So
with the
400?
decorative chain.
400 and chain. And a single chain?
425 and a small chain.
Yeah.
Of gold.
400 and a chain.
Will the party let Marcus hold onto the chain?
You shut your mouth, I'm dealing here.
Ow!
The chain is a gift. Do not include it in our negotiation.
No, no, no.
I was just gonna
I'm
throw it
talking
in my
about a different
inventory.
chain entirely, not the one you gave him.
Oh,
It's a small
okay.
one. Doesn't even have to be gold.
So-
Silver works.
400 and a chain.
Yes. I
Then we have an
desire a
agreement.
collar for my little homunculus.
The collar will be forged. He holds out his hand.
I held out mine.
You shake.
Kivix holds out free. I'm kidding.
He shakes the longest hand.
We are in agreement then.
Indeed.
Jesus Christ. All right, that's enough of D&D for me tonight. Everybody, you guys have a good night. Fucking whore.
It just makes it even better because the token's right there. Just
See, I'm intentionally zoomed out all the way, so I don't have to look at it.
it's so funny though. Why?
Stupid.
That's why it's funny.
Hold on, I'm gonna change it to a better one.
Oh.
You fuck.
Instead of from URL, that's fucking crazy.
We're going crazy. Getting crazy.
I think you're crazy.
So, what now?
Me crazy.
Zork, your food get here fine?
Huh?
Is your food here yet?
Yeah, I've eaten some of it.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm like zoning out.
Well, I reckon that would be... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't do
I
this
have to
one.
zoom in and hate this more, don't I?
Yeah.
It's honestly a better picture.
It is. It's just not tokenized.
Oh, well. So, we, that's the session then? Yeah?
So you guys have got the guild thing. You got the message from the guild in the sigil. We're not gonna go get the visitor pass. It is now afternoon. What would you guys like to do to end up the day?
Do I have my chain? Or no?
It'll be forged.
Okay. Damn.
So we did not get any monetary value as of yet, right?
You got a huge ass chain around your neck.
Yeah, not.
But he hasn't
That's the gift.
We've
given
not gotten
you.
the gold yet.
Okay.
Yeah. You could probably stop by a shop later on and get it, but
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like if he gave us any kind of gold, I should probably like get some potions or something, since we're leaving in the morning.
Mhm.
Wait, are we leaving in the morning? Did we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay.
For end of day stuff, I would assume we're gonna go back to the inn, right?
Yeah.
hmm
I'm going to experiment with some of them gems and whatnot. Tinker with my
Okay.
robots.
Lay, would you mind if I watched you?
Just take a few steps back. Last time I did this, something happened.
I've never seen an artificer at work.
I wouldn't call this work. It's more of a hobby. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, Marcus will follow Lay back to the inn and we'll watch.
Actually, no.
No?
I do not do that.
Oh.
I'm going to go to the blacksmith.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
It's Friday afternoon, and the forges are still going. As you approach, you're hearing the clanging of metal on anvil and on striking metal. As you get really close, you can see sparks flying out of an area where two apprentices are hammering out what look like nails under the watchful eye of an older, much more burly gentleman. Um, who's a human with gray hair, kind of a beer gut, and a very muscular upper body.
Nice.
And he's yelling at them, instructing them how to hit the nail properly to form it out.
Hmm.
Completely zoned in on what they're doing.
Just tap my hand on the counter, I guess.
It's all an open
Open
area.
forge. Okay,
Yeah, it's an open forge.
gotcha.
So he kind of like turns around, hearing the rap that's not on the steel, and sees you over there, and comes up and nods in greeting. Hello,
Hello.
what can I do for you?
I've got a rather interesting question for you.
Okay.
Is there any way you would be able to replicate a look of a weapon?
The look of a weapon. Yes.
You can.
Yes.
I'm going to pull out the Rapier of Warning.
This thing's kind of fancy.
I'll
He holds
always
out his hands.
place the rapier in his hand.
Tell me about it.
I don't know much beyond that I found it.
He's looking it over and checking the blade for straightness and dimension. You want an exact copy of this? I can't do it in these materials, it's too fine. But I can give you a rough copy.
How much would that cost?
He taps the rapier on a nearby anvil and sees how it flexes and rings in his hand. To make it of a similar quality, I wouldn't be able to make it as pretty as this one is. This is, I'm pretty sure, electrum gilded. That's something that maybe somebody else could do for you. Do you want the guard the way it is, or do you want to change the guard? On the rapier.
On the
Do
one you're
you
asking to
just
be
want an
made.
exact? Yeah. Do you just want an exact copy of this?
If it was possible. If not, then very well.
Yeah, I can do that. It's just gonna take more time to make a hilt like this. It's got some pretty complex caging around the hand. Custom piece like this, 120 gold. You have it done in a week. He hands you back the rapier.
Alright.
I've got all the steel I need for it.
Tell you what. I'm a broke bitch. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, you can always sell anything you need down at the markets, and I hear people have been going down to the port to sell things.
We'll keep that in mind as well. Instead, how about a normal rapier?
Normal rapier, all that fancy shit. Know what you're talking about?
Just a normal one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. 25 gold piece. Again, I'd have to make it be another week.
Very well.
Just wouldn't be of the same fine material.
Oh, see, I'm just looking for a weapon at this point.
But you can't use that.
Oh, I can. I have big plans for it, though.
Well, it kind of seems magical by the way that the gems are laid in and some of those inscriptions. So I would have it appraised
Well, you
before
see,
you take it down to the markets or anything like that. Somebody will offer you 100 gold for it, and it might be worth more.
well, I don't plan on letting it go. It's just I can't use it while it's magic.
Oh,
See, that's the very problem I was working with.
interesting.
Yes, yes.
I always thought that those things could be swung as normal swords, unless you attune to them and get the magical properties. But
Things are slightly different for an artificer of my caliber.
interesting. Oh well, I don't know anything about that.
Finger guns, gotcha. Alright, now I'm gonna go off.
All right. So we're gonna return to the inn.
Yes. I
I have more stuff I can run this night. Do we want to stay with it? Or are you guys tapping out?
I'm tapping out personally.
yeah. I mean, 4 hours is a pretty decent chunk of time.
Yeah.
I guess I did a good job with the DMV thing because I'm just sitting here like, oh yes, DMV. Brain turns to static. I'm like, no,
Now,
Not again.
now.
Not again.
no, just because the last time I had to go to the DMV to get my ID and all that, I hated it. Like once I got to the window, the lady was super awesome. Just
No, yeah, that was the point of it.
it.
huh?
I don't know why my head went to you. You went up to the window, and I'm thinking drive-through DMV.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh, I was like, I've never seen such a thing. That's cool.
That sounds like the best thing ever.
Right?
Someone get on the phone.
Except it's not real.
Guess it'd be kind of funny. You have to go to the DMV to register the vehicle. And which vehicle are you registering? The one I'm
The
driving.
one I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Get him,
Sure.
officers. Whoop whoop.
Sister Paris. Whoop whoop.
All right. Well, what do you guys think so far? Besides the DMV,
Besides the DMV.
which was meant to be like a mind-numbing adventure.
I mean, I thought it was pretty solid.
I played right into the fucking DMV, didn't I?
That was good.
Just fucking turns back towards the party, shrug.
Take a number.
Can you take a number, please?
I think that's just
Honestly, like if you had like made us like intentionally wait and just said nothing for like a solid minute, I would have been like, cool. Kevix is gonna just fucking Misty step behind someone and just be like, I need papers now.
Snap neck. Finally, some excitement.
yeah.
If there is no stimulation, I will make it. I will become the problem.
Just imagine like I'm
That's
sitting
fine.
in those chairs and it's like Wreck-It Ralph, like a normal sized chair.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks, Satan.
Thanks, Satan.
Satine.
Oh, it's actually Satine.
JK, it's actually satin. You know, like the material?
My name is Satan.
Try not to make things boring for you guys in the future, but do you guys like political things? Do you want to see that sort of action, or do we want to be like put in front of the thing, smacky smacky, put in front of the thing, smacky smacky, or do we want something with a little bit more like intrigue?
If as
Those are
long
the
as
first two options.
I don't want super heavy political intrigue. I'm fine with having some, just because it can be a lot of fun to just be like, wait, something we've like talked about previously. I know the solution for this.
Top of the government.
Top of the government. But like one of my friends, just anytime political intrigue gets brought up in D&D, I immediately think back to one of the last games I had to play, and it was just an entire like 3-hour session of nothing but like talking about like, hey, this thing we started talking about, it just came up, and I'm like sitting here going, man, I don't remember 5 minutes ago.
Brain empty.
Right. We'll keep it kind of like simple as far as the political goes.
I mean, that's just my